Welcome and thank you for joining this presentation. It is everybody's favorite time of the year. I'm not talking about Christmas. I'm not even talking about a personal holiday. We are talking about the summer season launch from Princess Cruises. And today we are announcing our 27-28 Australia-New Zealand summer season. My name is David Craven. I'm Field Sales and Key Account Manager here at Princess Cruises. And it gives me so much joy and delight to share this with you today. Now, you are watching this as a bit of a heads up before we actually make the announcement public to consumers. So as we say every single year, please hold off sharing any information that you're going to receive from this presentation until you see that announcement from Princess. So please, I know it's exciting. We're all very excited, but please don't share any of this information until you see the announcement coming from us. We want to be the ones to share it first. So please don't be naughty. I know it's exciting and there is an awful lot to be excited about. This is gearing up to be the biggest launch we have ever had in this market. Now, the reason is we are back to 3 ships calling Australia and New Zealand home for our 27-28 season. We welcome back the Grand Princess, who is, of course, doing that gorgeous Circle Pacific in 2027. She is going to be calling Australia home again for 27 through to 2028. The Royal Princess, a fantastic ship, something very, very close to my heart. I was lucky enough to be part of the inaugural team on board that ship. She is going to be calling home Australia home for 27-28. And we have already somewhat announced that the Sapphire Princess will also be coming down under for 27 and 28. So let's have a look at these beautiful ships in a little bit more detail, kicking things off with the Grand Princess. A perfect size ship with a capacity of around 2,600 guests. So she is the smallest of the 3 ships, but as you can see, she's not a small ship. Plenty of fantastic features with that piazza entertainment, movies under the stars, a superb sanctuary to ensure that our guests are relaxing and rejuvenating whilst on board. There are so many different dining options also available on this ship. We know that food is very important for cruising, and you're certainly not going to be hungry on board this ship. Plenty of included dining options. There you can see our casual dining options, which will be included with Princess Plus. So we've got Alfredo's Pizzeria, Vines, as well as the Salty Dog, which is a pop-up in one of our lounges. We have 3 specialty restaurants on board. We've got Crown Grill and Sabatini's, and as you can see on those Alaska sailings, Crab Shack is also available. Now we're going from the smallest to the largest ships calling Australia home. The Royal Princess, about 3,700 passengers aboard this ship. A superb ship, the very first and the original Royal class. She's got that gorgeous sea walk where you've got that glass walkway all the way up on deck 16. Not for the faint-hearted. It really is an amazing experience. But so many amazing venues on board this ship. The first to have Princess Live, which is a fully working TV studio. Ideal so that if you can't make a particular piece of entertainment, we actually record it and make it available on your on-demand TV screen. So you're never going to miss out on all of the sublime entertainment to be found on board the Royal Princess. So much dining available to our passengers on this one. Stacks of included options. We've got 3 casual dining options, again, included in that Princess Plus price point. Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar, Vines and Alfredo's. And for those wanting those specialty dining, Crown Grill Sabatini's is available on this ship. And remember, if you are taking out Princess Premier, specialty dining, unlimited specialty dining and unlimited casual dining is included. Now, we announced a little while back that the Sapphire Princess is going to be calling Fremantle home for the year. She is a superb ship, that kind of mid-sized ship, around 2,700 lower berths. She's actually a really chunky ship. You can see the gross tonnage here, 115,000 gross tons, really well-built ship, very sturdy, very comfortable. It's got that indoor pool as well, so if there is inclement weather, you can still get outside, go for a swim, still relax by the pool, and avoid all of that unpleasant weather. Hopefully we won't have any unpleasant weather during our season, but we never know what we're going to get. Plenty of options here, including the dining options. You can see casual options. This ship has literally just come out of dry dock. Quite literally just come out. So there are more dining options that have been included in that dry dock. We've got Crab Shack, Crown Gills, Sabatinis, and the brand new Makato Ocean, which was first unveiled on the Sun Princess. She has now been put on board the Sapphire Princess. So there are our 3 ships calling Australia and New Zealand home. And I must admit, they are 3 kind of firm favourites with this market. So what's wonderful is you can really more focus on the itinerary more so than the ship, because sometimes people say, look, I don't really like that ship. I prefer to do this, this ship and all the rest of it. These 3 ships, we know for a fact, are very firm favourites with all of our guests here in Australia and New Zealand. So let's have a look at some of those itineraries that we are offering across our local summer season. Kicking things off with some of the highlights. 3 ships, as we've seen. We've got 6 home ports, making it easier for you to jump on board a Princess cruise as close as possible without having to take a flight. 57 destinations across 13 countries with 82 departures. So this is a real kind of port-intensive launch, which is fantastic. That's something that our guests always want. They want more port content. They want more variety. And this summer season launch is definitely giving it to them. So let's kick things off with our most popular cruise locally, of course, New Zealand. Loads of options, round trip from Sydney and Brisbane. We're also offering plenty of one-way options from Sydney and Auckland. So that allows guests to cruise one way and then spend some time on land in New Zealand itself. Plenty of options. We have 15 departures, and they are available across all 3 ships. So that's really, really exciting. The South Pacific, for those looking to explore the beautiful Pacific Islands, we're going to have 7 departures, and they are going to be on board the Royal and the Grand Princess. So they are round trip options from Sydney and from Brisbane. And for Christmas 2027, we are offering a Fiji cruise round trip from Sydney, which is really, really exciting. East coast of Australia, if you're just looking to cruise that Queensland coast, or doing those little seacations, potentially packaging them up with things like rail and sail, we've got 15 departures in there, also available across all 3 ships. So lots of different local departures exploring the gorgeous east coast of Australia. Now flipping it over to Western Australia. 8 departures on the Sapphire Princess, including that superb Coral Coast cruise. That is absolutely stunning. It always sells out very, 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 very quickly because it is exploring one of the most beautiful parts of Australia and arguably one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. We do have some seacation options, a little short 4-nighters available round trip from Fremantle, heading down to Busselton. So if you are a wine lover, that is going to be a great option. And there is an incredible Indonesia cruise, which is going to be running over Christmas and New Year's. It's a 2-week cruise. It's amazing. The overnight in Benoa in Bali means that you're going to be on terra firma for New Year's celebration. Seeing off 27, going into 2028. That is going to be a really popular cruise. So definitely share all of these itineraries with your passengers and make sure they're booking nice and early, because these things will not be sticking around at all. Now, I just wanted to highlight one thing about the Sapphire Princess. She is calling Japan home for the majority of 2027. Then in September, she will be migrating from Tokyo down to Singapore. And then we're doing our Treasures of Asia cruise from Singapore down to Fremantle. Now, the cruise after that, the ship will be going northbound all the way over to Sydney and then to New Zealand. Then the cruise will be going back from Auckland to Melbourne and Hobart, back over the northern part of Australia, back to Fremantle. So you can actually cruise from Singapore down to Frio, cruise Northern Explorer, round New Zealand, and then back to Fremantle, or you can literally book it round trip from Fremantle that way. So this is an opportunity to see the best of Australia and the best of New Zealand round trip from Fremantle. This is exciting, guys. I know our friends and family over in Western Australia had been pleading out for more cruises in their home port. There are plenty of options here. So lots to be excited about for all of these amazing sailings across the program. Now, as we move on, we're going to have a look here at the different early booking benefits. So as we always say, with these launches, make sure you are booking early because there are additional benefits to booking early. You're going to get those additional savings. Now, I did touch briefly on that Northern Explorer aboard the Sapphire Princess, but there are actually 20 itineraries doing those round Australias as well as those Explorers. So there are 20 across the Grand Princess as well as the Sapphire Princess. There is a 43-night round Australia and New Zealand, which is a round trip option from Sydney. This is something that is brand new. We also have open jaws available from Melbourne, Adelaide, as well as Brisbane. Plenty on offer here for those guests wanting to explore our backyard with those longer sailings, which is fantastic. And of course, like I said, ships need to get to and from Australia. The Sapphire Princess is doing some amazing sailings from Yokohama down to Singapore, then Singapore down to Australia. And then at the end of the season, the ships will be vacating Australia and venturing back up to the Northern Hemisphere. 11 departures, and they are across the Grand and the Sapphire Princess. Now, I jumped the gun a little bit. I was talking about early booking benefits. The reason why I did that is because I want people to save money by booking early. Now, those early booking benefits are available only to our Captain Circle passengers. So anybody that has cruised with Princess before has that Captain Circle number. They are going to receive savings as a thank you, basically. So make sure they're booking nice and early. These early booking benefits must be secured before the 9th of December. So make sure you're booking nice and early to receive those early booking savings. Now, it would be remiss of me to just leave it here. It's not just about those shorter sailings, despite that 43-night cruise, which is pretty incredible. As we always do with our summer launch, we'll normally announce a world cruise. Now, sadly, the Suez Canal is still not a possible route for our ships. The tensions in the region are somewhat subsiding, but it's still not safe for us to transit there. So we are not going to be doing a world cruise, but we do have one of the most exciting cruises that our guests absolutely adore. We are bringing back the Circle Pacific for 2028. This is going to be aboard the Grand Princess. And unlike the Circle Pacific in 2027, this one is 94 days, not 79. This is 94 days. It's 15 days longer. It's offering 42 ports. Now, it's basically a port every other day. That is so port intensive. This is going to be a very, very excited and very warmly welcomed itinerary. The options are available from Sydney, Brisbane, and Auckland. We've got 3 overnight calls, and we will be offering some early booking benefits. So let's get into it. It's back. It's going to be more popular than ever. It's going to be huge. 94 days, cruising 44 destinations. You're going to be visiting 14 countries, enjoying overnight stays in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Benoa. But on top of those overnights, we have 11 more ashore late night departures. So this is when we're leaving no earlier than 10 p.m., more often than not around that 11 p.m. mark, giving our guests a full day and evening in the ports of call of Benoa, in Halong Bay, in Hanoi, Honolulu, Juneau, LA, Osaka, which is a gateway through to Kyoto, Santiago, Singapore, Suva, Papeete, and Victoria. So many great ports of calls. And like I say, we're going to be spending a lot more time in these ports of calls to ensure that you're getting the very most out of it. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the itinerary. So as you can see, in a similar route, she will be making her way over across the ditch via Norfolk Island, which is really, really exciting. Then down to New Zealand, through the beautiful South Pacific, up to Hawaii, across to mainland the US, then heading up across Alaska before making your way through that gorgeous Asia itinerary. I just think that is just such a great cruise. It's absolutely amazing. I know guests are going to be chomping at the bit to be booking on this cruise. So it's really important if you've got those passengers who are interested. The 2027 Circle Pacific, when we launched that pretty much sold out in 24 hours. This one being more port intensive, offering more nights ashore, more kind of late night departures, more overnights, all those things, offering more. This one's going to sell out so quickly. So when we share all of this collateral, get that pre-registration process going, get people excited, make sure you're qualifying, understand what it is that they would like, get them booking on the day, because if they're not booking nice and early, they're going to have to form that wait list, and then hopefully that will clear for them. But what an itinerary. I think you would all agree this is really, really exciting. So versus the 27 Circle Pacific, this is 15 days longer and has 16 more ports, 11 of which are brand new. So we are talking about a lot of new with this itinerary and a lot more. What a fantastic itinerary. Very, very exciting. And I know our guests are going to absolutely love it. So there are early booking benefits. So our Captain Circle Pass passengers will receive a saving of up to $1,000 per person. Now, this depends on how long the sailing is. If they are looking to book the full sailing, they will receive $1,000 per person off the launch fare price. Those shorter sectors, they'll receive $150, and the longer sectors is $500 per person. Now, those early booking benefits will expire on the 28th of February 26. You need to make sure guests are booking nice and early to receive these benefits. Now, regardless if you've cruised with Princess before or not, so it doesn't matter if you're part of our Captain Circle program or not, all passengers booking on the full Circle Pacific will receive $1,000 onboard credit, which is going to go an awful long way on a sailing like this. This is towards shore excursions, towards your Princess Plus or Princess Premier, to make sure you're getting the most out of your onboard experience. That $1,000 per person really will go an awfully long way. Make sure you're booking early, because like I said, it will expire at the end of February. Now, I did mention Princess Plus and Princess Premier. Princess Premier and Plus have each had a slight rejig in terms of what they offer and the pricing, but we still know that Princess Plus and Princess Premier are the best value in the industry, bar none. Princess Premier offering unlimited casual dining, unlimited specialty dining, unlimited beverages up to the value of $30. So we're talking premium beverages, premium wines, as well as your barista style coffees and teas. You've also got 4 devices for your medallion net, which is the fastest Wi-Fi we have available. You get your photo package, your reserved theatre seating, and of course the Ocean Now, which is your medallion service when you're ordering food and beverages on board. For Princess Plus, fantastic value, $79 per person per day if pre-purchased. If you're purchasing Princess Plus or Princess Plus on board the Sun class, so the Sun and Sphere, the Sun and Star, which is our Sphere class, it's $84. Make sure that guests are booking Plus and Premier ahead of schedule, because it is cheaper. So it's a little bit more expensive if purchasing these packages on board. Princess Plus offering drinks up to the value of $22, 15 drinks a day. You get 1 device for your medallion net, but of course you get your unlimited specialty coffees and teas, you get your bottled water, and of course you get 4 casual dinings per cruise. Phenomenal value. It really is the best value in the industry. And it's so easy to add into a booking. Now, when you create a booking, more often than not, the system will default to Plus, but on the odd occasion, it will default to Princess Standard. If you are booking a group rate, so a select sailing rate, All select sailings are on the Princess Standard fare type. Now, it's very, very easy to secure Princess Plus or Princess Premier within the booking itself using our offer code. So as you can see here on the screen on the right hand side, these are the different offer codes that you add into a reservation to convert the booking from a standard to a Princess Plus, from standard to Princess Premier. And you can actually use some of these codes to upgrade from the old Princess Plus to the new Princess Premier as well. So there's different codes that we can utilize to add all of these different packages to the booking. Now, all you need to do, go to Manage Booking. So you've created the booking, open the booking by clicking Manage Booking. You've got all those tiles at the bottom of the screen in Polar Online. Click on Booking Information, and then you've got that offer code section right there. Now, if you can't remember what the different codes are, just click on the orange magnifying glass and it will give you all of those codes. Just literally copy it and then add that offer code. As you can see what we've done here, we've done the upgrade from standard to plus. You copy that code in that box right there, click submit, and easy as that, you have just upgraded your guest from Princess Standard to Princess Plus. Very, very easy, nice and easy, all self-managed. And I know we're all pushed for time. We don't want to be waiting. We don't want to be going to, Ask Isaac or making phone calls, all those things. You can see just how easy it is to upgrade to Plus and to Premier. Click Manage Booking, enter the booking information, pop that code in. It'll take you literally like 5 seconds. Nice and easy, all at your fingertips. We like to be self-autonomous in this industry. Future cruise deposits, these are such a useful tool. Passengers love them. It means that they can secure their booking way in advance. There's no limit on how far down the line they can actually secure their booking. For any cruise up to 44 nights, guests can receive up to $150 per person onboard credit, depending on how long the cruise is, as well as which cabin type they are booked in. Now, obviously, we're talking about the Circle Pacific here. We know how popular this is going to be. You can utilize a future cruise deposit to cruises 45 nights and longer, but they're not utilized in the same way because these cruises require 2 deposits, okay? And these cruises, they're quite lucrative, they're high value, so there's no way $100 is enough per person to secure that cruise. So for these occasions, what you need to do is contact reservations and say that these guests would like to use their future cruise deposit towards their Circle Pacific cruise, which is longer than 45 nights. Now, what this will do, it will reduce the deposit by half, down to 5%. But most importantly, it will actually reduce their cruise fare by 3%. Now, on average, this is giving guests around $1,400 per person savings. So this is a really, really big saving. It's a really great tool. And once we've actually processed that future cruise deposit, because we didn't say that this actually secured the booking, we refund the $100 back to them. So they've received this benefit for free. Fantastic. So you combine that Captain Circle saving as well as this 3% saving from a future cruise deposit. You can see here the benefit of booking early and utilizing all of these tools. Now, if you want to have a look at the list of future cruise deposit owners that you've got, head to Polar Online, click that future cruise credit list, and you'll be able to see it. Also, if you are the owner, so if you have the owner access within your travel agency, click the sales report, click on the future cruise credit list, and you can actually pull all of the guests that you've got holding a future cruise deposit. So 2 different ways to access that information. Make sure you're pulling that list, kind of reaffirm it to the passengers because they may have forgotten that they took out an FCD. Let them know that they've got it. Make sure they're utilizing it on the launch. Now, when is the launch? These are the critical days and timings, okay? Now, our Captain Circle launch will happen on the 19th of November at 9 a.m. AEDT. The way I remember that, it's Sydney time. So 9 a.m. Sydney time on the 19th of November. Passengers who have cruised with Princess, who are part of the Captain Circle program, they will be able to book from that point onwards. So remember, when you're making bookings on the Captain Circle day, you have to put in the Captain Circle number at the very start of making the booking. Otherwise, you will not be able to make the booking. So make sure you put in the Captain Circle number in at the very start of creating that reservation, or the system isn't going to let you. Okay. So again, make sure you're qualifying your guests, make sure you've got all that information handy so you're not having to make those phone calls on the day because people are booking. So make sure you've got all that information nice and early. The same time on the same day, so 19 November at 9 a.m. AEDT, groups will be available across across the program. That includes the Circle Pacific. Now, I know every single year people are saying, what's going on? The group space is gone. You've got to be in as quickly as possible. It's first in, best dressed. So the best thing to do, pull a list of all the different sailings, highlight the ones that you want, and really focus on securing that group space as soon as it becomes available. So make sure you're in there nice and sharp. Now, for all those passengers who haven't cruised with Princess before, they're not part of our Captain Circle program, they will be able to book the following Wednesday, the 26th of November, same time, and that is our general launch. Now, I dare say the majority of the bookings will be happening on that Captain Circle or the Loyalty Week, but we obviously still have availability and inventory held for those who aren't part of our Captain Circle program, so they will be able to book on that general sale. Now, make the most of the sales tools that we have on offer for you. Select sailings, make sure you don't miss out. Get in early, get in nice and early. And of course, secure your cruise sale week. So remember, that also gives passengers a 50% reduced deposit, as well as an additional $100 onboard credit per stateroom, so per booking, on all sailings 7-night and longer. All these things, they all add up. There's those Captain Circle savings. There's the onboard credit for the Circle Pacific. If you've got a cruise sale week, it's just giving more back to the passengers and helping with that whole conversion. One Source is literally the one source for all of this information. Everything is uploaded right here. So what we want to do is click on Sales and Marketing, click the destinations. All the information around our summer program for 27-28 can be found under the Australia, New Zealand. All the information around the Circle Pacific can be found in that World Cruises tab. We will have collateral, infographics, reference slides, mini brochures. All of those things can be found here in One Source. We call it One Source because it is literally the one source for everything you need. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you're pumped. I hope you're excited. This really is going to be a fantastically huge launch. We cannot wait. We can't wait to see the figures coming through. We thank you so much for your continued support. If you have any questions, reach out to your local sales manager. They are on hand to support you in anything that you need. And with that, here is to a fantastic launch with Princess Cruises.